Hey, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Do-It-Yourself Fidget Toy or Hand Spinner. Today I'm going to be just making a new one. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. I have a few options here. I know I want to make it smaller, more like if you were to put it on a necklace kind of design. And so yeah, I've got an old skateboard bearing here. I'm not going to be experimenting on my new skateboard bearing. You see it's kind of rusted out. But I cleaned it out so it does spin, and it spins relatively nicely. So yeah, let's get into experimenting with this. So let's start by looking at what I've got here. I've got conduit locknut steel, conduit locknuts made out of steel. They're 1/2-inch rings. So let's go ahead and just open this up. Scissors make life so much easier. And the amount of times I just avoid them, just for no reason other than to avoid them, is insane. I've got some axle cap nuts that are actually the same dimensions as these bolts, 5/16, and these bolts fit perfectly into the center of this, and so I'm hoping these will fit well and work as a great resting place for my fingers, because with this design, I don't really need it to stick out like I did with this one, because this one was embedded inside the rings around it, whereas this one is going to have a very shallow, I guess, embedding. And so I'm not going to need a whole bolt sticking out. That would just be clunky, and it wouldn't work as well as I want it to. So I bought these. They may or may not work. We will find out. So let's cut that off. Get these out of here. And then I've got the bolts and the nuts that I use in the center of some of my other designs, just in case these don't work out and I do need to use those. So let's try just by test fitting this in. Oh, it looks like right out of the bat, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. Well, that's what experimentation's for. I spent $1 on these. Just these two things cost me $1, and I am broke, so that is a lot of money. Well, alright, I kept my receipt. I'm gonna return these since apparently they don't work, and I might get smaller versions. I'm gonna try something else actually now, since these don't work, and I really don't want to use these bolts for this design. That just seems like a dumb idea. So what I'm going to do instead is deface US currency. I've been thinking about doing this. This is a dime. I thought about using pennies, but I think the penny is just slightly too big where it would interfere with the outside ring. And I really don't want that to be the case. And I don't think it would fit with this guy on here. Oh, that might actually fit perfectly. If I were to get the tolerances just perfect. I don't know. We might try that. We're gonna try a penny. We're gonna risk it. We're gonna say, you know what? Screw it. We're gonna try for the penny. Let's grab another penny here. Got 2 pennies, and just in case those pennies don't work out, here's another dime that we can use. And this is really what all this is about. Making your own hand spinner. You just gotta really remember that you're just experimenting. There's nothing super serious about it. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. It's not the end of the world. But you want to try everything. You want to let your imagination flow. So with this, it looks like it's almost a perfect fit right here. So we're just going to want to put a little bit of glue around the outside ring. Let's go ahead and put the glue on here. Sorry, I'm doing this out of camera. You're probably going to get it on you. Unless you know you're more coordinated than me, which is totally possible. Oh, this is getting all over me. Oh, that's what she said. Okay. Well, that's fairly centered. I'm liking the looks of this actually right now. It looks pretty cool. My fingers are now just crusted over with super glue, which is fun. I can't actually bend this one out all the way. Be careful with super glue, guys. If you do get super glue on you, Goo Gone is actually great for getting it off. It's also great for cleaning your bearings for when they do get gunked up. This will just, it's a citrus solvent, so it'll just get all those grimy stuff out of there. Oh, my fingers are on fire right now. This is just a lovely sensation. So now we've got the one ring on, and we're gonna put another one on the other side. It looks actually fairly balanced. It's kind of wobbly. I think that's just by design of the ring. I'm gonna go ahead and spray this, just because I don't trust that it's all completely dry. This stuff, it seems like it's kind of like a lubricant, so it shouldn't hurt your bearing. If you do decide to use it, the bearing still works fine. I'm not too worried about it. It's an old skateboard bearing. If you are, just leave the protective shield on it if you are worried about that type of stuff happening, and then take the shield off once you're done, because the shield will get in the way for this kind of project, so you really don't want to risk that. Alright, so now we're going to put another one of these guys on, and like I stated with this guy right here, we're actually not going to be staggering them like this. I know you'd think that would create more grip, but I've actually found that when you just line them up, it creates more grip because you just have double the pulling, and when you do this, it actually kind of like smooths it out. I'm hoping this focus is lovely. It's actually on manual focus right now, that's why. But yeah, when you do this, it kind of provides like a smooth surface almost, so you can't really snag on anything. So we're gonna not stagger that, and we're gonna make it line up perfectly with the other one. So let's go ahead and grab our glue. You don't want to overdo it with the glue. You don't want to overdo it with the glue. Oh God. Oh God. This is... because you don't want the glue getting inside the bearing. That would be very bad for your bearing. It'd actually make your bearing stop working, believe it or not, which is not something that you particularly want to do. I kind of really want to try doing a penny. I feel like that'd look really cool, and it'd be like a super small, cool little toy. And now, at this point, if we wanted to, it would be totally viable to grab some of these guys. And if this is what you want to do, it'll probably be easier than using a penny. I've got some more over here. And just put these in right here like this, and then screw this guy on. This will probably work really well as just a mini spinner with some bigger knobs. So yeah, that'll work well if that is what you decide you want to do. So we've made our own like mini spinner kind of deal that you really don't have to worry about too much. But what I want to do is I want to try using this penny. I feel like it would look really cool, and it's always fun to just experiment. Honestly, I think this is too close to use the penny, but I do still want to try and use a dime. And then let's just put some of this around the ring here. And this is really dangerous because you're actually getting glue right up close and personal with the bearing, which you do not, as I've stated previously, you do not want to get glue on that, because that would be some bad news bears for you, my friend. That is totally not center, and it's not going to work. I failed, it's not going to work, and my finger is now stuck, and it is already hardened. Okay, let's, oh God. Oh God, this is... oh, it's tearing away at my skin. Let's grab some Goo Gone. This one is for those of you who like to live a little bit on the edge. Oh God! Come on! Give me my finger back. Alright, note to self and viewers, wear gloves. Oh good Lord. Oh, that hurt so much. Oh, my skin is now on the item. Whew, that didn't feel good. And this is now just plastic or super glue, dried super glue. I'm gonna have to figure out how to get that off without totally tearing apart my finger. So, attempt number 1 was a failure. So, time for attempt number 2, because we're not giving up. We've gone this far. Let's make sure this thing still spins. It does, in fact, spin. Let's try this again. Awesome. I failed miserably again. And I got my finger restuck. Nope, not in the center. We're going to try again. My fingers are on fire, actually, right now. Go into it prepared to fail miserably and hurt yourself multiple times right in the center. Smack dab. There we go. I think I got it this time. But it looks like I got it centered enough to where it won't interfere with the rings. And my finger is currently like just super glue. Oh, all my fingers are actually. Oh, awesome. Time to go for the other side, because we got this far. I actually, there's some skin that it peeled off in there, so that's interesting. I might just leave that in there. Yeah, it looks like this one will come with like a little bit of a complimentary skin on the inside for the person I give it to. or me if I decide to keep this one. So, awesome. Skin tight gloves, that'd probably be your best bet for this. Now let's get down to this side. Okay, it looks like I actually got it first try on that one, which is really nice. It means no more like killing my hands, and I would have to pry it out of there if I had missed it. I can't just punch it out from the other side. Alright, so after all that struggle, here's what we came out with. This one actually looks really cool. It's we've got dimes in the middle, and just a little bit of teeth on the outside. And this one's actually the smallest one I've ever made in comparison to, say, this one. It's just slightly bigger than a bearing. So this one's if you want to make a really small one. Like I said earlier, it'd be just super easy to just use a bolt and a nut, and you wouldn't probably like just destroy your fingers. But if you're up for the task of destroying said fingers, you are welcome to try this way. It works well, spins well. I didn't super glue the inside of it, which is nice. And this will actually act as like a protective cover even, so you shouldn't get as much grime and dirt and stuff into your bearing, which is always a nice bonus. I'd say you can probably edit this more even if you wanted to. You could get more dimes and stack them on top of each other. And then you could add some sort of like hook or something. Make this into like a little necklace that you can fidget with. I feel like that'd be a pretty cool use of this. But yeah, there you go. Mini fidget toy. It's always fun to just experiment with these things. I have tons of fun making them, and even when it's at my own risk. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you did enjoy watching me suffer and tear myself apart, please leave a like or comment down below if you have any ideas for what I should do next time. I'm open to any suggestions as long as it's not super expensive, because this is kind of like, this channel is like fidget toys on a budget right now, because I am absolutely broke, because I don't get hours. And for another reason that relates to, if you actually follow my channel, something else on my channel, which I will be making a video about shortly, or soon, or however you want to say it. So yeah, there's news for the channel, basically, is what I'm saying. And you're welcome to keep up with that if you do desire. Anyway guys, please subscribe if you want more finger toy content or any other of the content I upload. But yeah, anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.